One of the key driving points for PNOC and why we started PNOC was really speed. We wanted to be fast, rapid translation. Now, for over 10 years later, we enrolled over 900 patients in PNOC trials, and we really built a big community.
PNOC has a long history of good collaborations with families, with patients, foundations, industry partners, and we just truly want to make sure our trials are equitably available to any child.
We joined PNOC in 2017, and our referral base is Minnesota, the two Dakotas, Wisconsin, and prior to that, our patients would have to travel to the closest sites were Chicago, which is 8 hours from Minnesota.
One of the key missions for PNOC is also to really bring the therapy to the patient. So with that, I'm so excited that we were able to onboard a children's hospital in Egypt, but then families in this region, hopefully soon, will have access to innovative therapies.
It was great that they had the opportunity to be part of PNOC and really offer and start these clinical trials in Switzerland, but also patients from Poland and other, let's say, Eastern European countries.
Trials outside of PNOC don't move that quickly, and they're not that rational, has been my experience.
What we're trying to do is to develop workflows so images could be processed with a very rapid turnaround time. Then clinicians would have access to central imaging review and would be able to make decisions.
We had this 6-hour meeting yesterday where we all basically showed what we've done in the lab since the last time we met, which was only a few months ago by Zoom. And we all got feedback from each other. You know, this other physician scientist had data that he was really excited about, and somebody else in the room said, that's not going to work because of this. And that was, I'm sure, very disappointing. But it's less disappointing than him working on that for another 1.5 years and finding that out.
PNOC has been instrumental, together with our colleagues from the Dana-Farber Institute, moving a molecule forward, which is provided by Devon Pharmaceuticals now, for children with low-grade gliomas. And the overall survival for children with low-grade gliomas is excellent. However, the morbidity these children face by being faced with the tumor is really dramatic. But through this collaboration, we now have a medicine that only has to be given once orally to children, is pretty well tolerated, and has made a pretty dramatic impact in the size of these tumors.
When I first started, we were not biopsying tumors, so we didn't know what these tumors were. We didn't know the mutations. We didn't do genetic sequencing. So now we have targets. Now we have drugs to go to those targets. I mean, that is a huge difference.
So thankful that I can work with all my genomic experts who look deeper and deeper into the results we can derive from the DNA gained from these tumors from children, so that we can get really better matching the therapy to the specific individualized makeup of a child's tumor.
As nurses and advanced practice providers, we're kind of on the front lines taking care of these patients, so we know intimately so much about the patient, their family, and also how they're coping or dealing with a lot of the treatments and side effects. It is heartbreaking every time we meet a new child diagnosed with DIPG or DMG, and it is earth-shatteringly sad when we lose them.
What a great feeling, what a great day, and then bring it back and forth.
We are starting to get, for the really highest risk tumors, little signs that there's sort of kinks in the armor, that we're getting patients that are doing better than expected. And there's a limit to what you can ask and answer if your resources are limited. And so if you are someone that's considering supporting medical research, this would be the time to put it into translational pediatric brain tumor research. We've got so far to go in terms of like the outcomes, and we have the team and the samples and the ideas, and we just need the financial support to accelerate the pace of that.